All right. Now,
Boom chakalaka, we are live.
we are live.
I like that music, man. I like that music for the countdown.
You like what music?
The music for the countdown.
Oh, I didn't hear any music for a countdown.
Well, you got to watch the stream.
Oh.
Boom chakalaka.
That's what was playing?
No, I don't know what it is, but it was kind of a heavy drum beat.
It was generic music?
Yes, sir. So we don't get kicked off Facebook and YouTube for using copyrighted music.
10 seconds on this song. Going into the top of the hour.
Mike Palmer wants to know, are there archive shows we can listen to, watch whenever we want? Yes, Mike. Go to our YouTube page. Subscribe to the Gnarly Dudes YouTube page, and you will see some of our archived shows.
Wow, somebody actually wants to watch previous shows?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We highly encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube page. That way you can find out all the past shows that we have. We also have Gnarly Okie. We have some PSAs to help you stay safe during COVID. Because we are givers.
Among other things.
Well, yes, but I'm just going to say we are givers. See, I'm looking at the positive side.
Good.
And in case people don't know, we are the Gnarly Dudes. Boom chakalaka.
Twix. Good luck. I hope nobody is counting on me tonight.
They are every single night. They are counting on you to provide entertainment for 2 hours.
It's too much pressure, man. I can't handle it.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
All right. So it's the Gnarly Dude Show, another edition of the Gnarly Dude Show. And I think my hair is looking quite nice on the live feed. If you're tuned into YouTube or Facebook, check out our live feed behind the scenes. Me in the Colorado Springs studio, Tim in the Southern Compound. So today I needed to go out for groceries today, right? And the grocery stores were really crowded for some reason. And I get kind of nervous anyway, being in crowded places, and I just didn't like it. And then I went over to get a burger because I'm like, you know what, I'm not cooking. And it's just the third night in a row that I've eaten out. So there's only one other person in line at the burger place in front of me, and this woman is talking to her kids on the phone, asking them what they want. and none of them could make a freaking decision. So at first, seriously, at first when I walked into the place, I see this woman standing in front of me, and I had this fleeting thought, oh, I should do something nice for this person, right? Because it's been a rough week, and I thought, maybe spread some sunshine. And then after a couple of minutes of this crap, I wanted to punch her in the back of the head, and then after wasting about 5 minutes of my time. Actually, one of the things I overheard in this conversation was that one of the kids wanted a hot dog in a bowl. Who the hell eats a hot dog in a bowl?
So let me get this straight. You went from wanting to be nice and pay it forward type plan to beating the living daylights out of the woman.
Yeah, because she was wasting my time and irritating the crap out of me. So, that's why nobody should be relying on me tonight. So after about 5 minutes, she realized that I was standing behind her. And at that point, she, had the thought to just step aside and let me go ahead and place my order. But I'm like, holy crap. If your kids are this undecisive, talk to them before you go into the restaurant to place the order. Don't stand in front of the counter asking them what the hell they want. Do it ahead of time.
Well, did this burger place have an app?
Yes.
Okay, so she should have placed the order via the app.
True. That's another good option. She's standing there holding her phone by her face, and I couldn't hear what the kids were saying, but she had the phone on speaker, and I was just like, you know what? I almost walked out. And then by the time I stepped up to place my order, there were 4 other people behind me.
Which you should have said when the kids were, placing their order saying they wanted this or the hot dog in the bowl. You should have just said, no, you don't want that. Come on, pick something better.
No, I should have said something like our parents would have said. You get what you get. You're going to eat it. You're going to enjoy it. I'm not spending my hard-earned money, with your picky asses. That sounded bad, picky asses. Trying to decide. I'll get what I get, and then you'll eat it or not when I get home.
Well, my dad used to always say, "This isn't Burger King. You don't get it your way."
There you go. Yeah, too many choices for people these days. That's the problem. So yeah, it was not a pleasant experience. So
open a restaurant and just have one choice: burger.
Right.
That's all you get. Burger.
Well, I think that's kind of place you would like. It's like, okay, simple choice. This is.
Well, see, I went to a burger place this evening myself.
Yeah.
And it didn't take me that long to pick what I wanted. They had several different items on the menu.
Yeah.
Zeroed in on what I wanted, jumped to the counter. There was nobody in front of me on their phone ordering for their kids.
Yeah. So
told the guy what I wanted.
And then Wednesday I had barbecue, and I wanted to get some exercise, and I needed to go to Walgreens. So I walked over to Walgreens to get a prescription. And then there's a barbecue place nearby, and I've eaten at one of their places somewhere else, but every time I go by, I'm like, oh man, I should go in there and get some barbecue. So Wednesday, I decided on a whim to go in there, and they were really cool. Nobody else was in there. The guys in there were really cool, and I got what I needed. And as soon as I walked out the door, I had a thought, oh man, I'm carrying barbecue. I hope I don't get attacked by some stray dogs on the way home. I actually, was a little nervous. And then as I was walking along the bike path, here comes a guy walking his dog, but fortunately the dog was on a leash, and the dog was giving me the eye. It was eyeballing me up and down, and I could smell the barbecue coming out of the bag. I'm certain the dog could smell it, 100 yards away. So, but fortunately, I made it home without incident.
Without being
And
attacked by a gang of wild dogs.
yeah, and enjoyed my barbecue. Yesterday, I was downtown and I went to my favorite pizza place and I got a pizza and I was so hungry I ate the whole thing. I thought I was going to have leftovers for lunch today, but no deal. And then also, give a shout out to Big Lynn. So last night I'm at home and I have a mad craving for something sweet, and I didn't have anything at home because I needed to go grocery shopping. And then it dawned on me that Big Len had given me some Twizzlers last week, and I forgot about them because, as you know, last week I had the dental issue and I couldn't eat the Twizzlers. So I just left them with all the other stuff that I bring into the studio. And then I remembered, oh, I have a package of Twizzlers. And Big Len both saved the day and caused me to be addicted to cinnamon Twizzlers. so, so I'm like, haha, for that moment I was in a good mood and I was, singing praises to Big Len. And then after eating about 10 of them, I was like, damn that Big Len for causing me to be addicted to these things.
So, do you have your local Twizzler junkie now on speed dial?
Well, Big Len is my supplier.
Oh, he's your supplier.
Yeah, so
you got Big Len on speed dial for Twizzlers?
every couple of weeks, a new package appears here in the studio, and
So, what are you giving Big Len? What are you leaving for Big Len?
He's just doing it out of the kindness of his. No, he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart. He's doing it to
Keep you addicted.
Yeah, make me addicted to the stuff. So then I have to go over to the candy shop on my own and buy Twizzlers.
So maybe he has a little side deal with the candy shop.
Probably, yeah.
Candy shop says, "Hey, pass these out, get these people addicted."
Pretty soon the candy shop is going to have their own brand of Big Len Twizzlers. Big Len Magic Twizzlers. Yeah, the magic is that you become addicted. All right, so I found some new music for us, and I'm gonna start off with one of those songs that maybe you haven't heard in a while. I know you know this one, but I hadn't heard in a while, and I had El Guapo pull a couple of their songs. It's Love and Rockets.
Oh,
Love and
yeah.
Rockets, a ball of confusion on the Gnarly Dudes show. So I downloaded 3 or 4 Love and Rockets albums this week and have been listening to them. And then the other new song will play after Dateable or Undateable. I may have to turn this up. Good bass part.
I got to start up tune in. Now I got to listen to the commercial. Now I finally got it.
When I came into the studio today, El Guapo was listening to the song, and he was like, he didn't remember Love and Rockets, and I'm like, oh, this song was pretty big back in the day, and he's like, man, this sounds nothing at all like the original song. So this song appears on 2 different albums, and there's a US version and a UK version. So I'm not sure which version this one is.
And the band plays on.
Ball of confusion. Did you know that earlier in the week it was Rubber Ducky Day?
I did not know that.
Well, now that you know, tonight you're going to have to fix yourself a bubble bath with your rubber ducky. And the band played on.
There weren't too many good news stories this week.
Oh, I found some.
You did? I didn't find any.
Oh, I found one that's perfect for you.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, this is like, you know,
Got my name all over it?
I'm not kidding. This one is right up your alley, and you're going to want to follow up on this immediately.
Oh, is that the Hagar Van Halen reunion?
Nope.
Okay, I did see that story.
No, this has to do with some of your favorite things. Some of your favorite things to do. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yeah, Sammy Hagar said that he and Wolfgang and Michael Anthony are going to do a tribute show to Eddie Van Halen sometime when they can start doing shows.
When did that news come out?
It was an article I saw. I saw the article today. I don't know when it actually came out. But apparently they've already talked to Valerie Bertinelli and Eddie Van Halen's current wife, and they were all agreeable to it.
Is it going to be like on a regular station that we can all watch?
I think it's going to be a live concert somewhere you buy tickets to. I don't know if they're actually going to stream it. But they said it's not going to be for a while until they can have live shows.
Simulcast?
They didn't say.
I inhaled some water.
You inhaled water?
Yeah. It's usually not good. 15 seconds. Twix. Breaking the law, breaking the law. We're breaking the law on the Gnarly Dudes show. No, we're not. We don't want to get arrested.
You don't want to get arrested.
No. So earlier we were talking about food, which is one of my favorite subjects. And I actually invented a couple of new meals last week.
What do you mean you invented new meals?
Yeah, like how sometimes at home you're like, oh man, what should I make for dinner? And then, you just start being creative and you throw things together that you normally didn't think about throwing together. And they turn out good. And so you're like, okay, I'll do this again. So there's two. Okay. So I had some leftover barbecue from Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, when I made breakfast, I made the most awesome breakfast sandwich. 3 fried eggs, some cheddar cheese, and pulled pork with barbecue sauce, all in a tortilla. It was very good.
You sure that sandwich hasn't been invented already?
Not to my knowledge. So
Not to your knowledge?
if I don't know about it, then nobody else does.
So that's your philosophy.
Yeah. Okay. So the other one, get ready for this. Okay. I call it cheesy barbecue fajita burrito. So two barbecue themed items. So I took some ground beef and cooked it up with some onions and threw in some sliced bell peppers, three different colored peppers, and then put that on a tortilla with cheese. And I mixed in some barbecue sauce when I cooked up the beef and cheesy tortilla, and it was very good. So follow me for more recipes.
I think that one was already invented too.
I don't think so. No, I've never seen it before or eaten it.
I think I saw a guy for Roe do it.
Who?
You know, the guy who does diners and drive-ins or something like that.
He was here in Colorado Springs a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, he's been at a lot of places.
Isn't that Guy Fieri?
Yeah, that guy too.
Yeah, with the spiky hair.
Yeah, the spiky hair.
The guy who looks like his head's on fire.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of eating things, now you like
wait a minute. Is this whole show going to be about eating? Because if it is, I'm going to need to go get a snack.
Well, during the next break, you can go get a snack.
Okay.
All right. So you like pizza, right?
Oh yeah.
You like to eat pizza, right?
Well, I don't want to sit there and just look at it.
Sure. And you also like binge watching on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I have the perfect gig for you, and I keep tripping over my headphone cord. Okay. So website seeks quote unquote professional binge watcher to watch Netflix, eat pizza.
Yeah, that's got my name all over it.
I told you. So a U.S. website is offering $500 for an unusual short-term job. A quote-unquote professional binge watcher willing to watch Netflix and eat pizza. So you also like doing reviews. So that's part of the job. Bonus Finder, a website dedicated to reviewing and offering deals for legal gambling sites, says the professional binge watcher would be called on to watch and review 3 series on Netflix while eating pizza takeout from various locations.
That's easy. I could do that.
What could be wrong with that? The selected candidate will be required to review each series based on story and plot lines, quote unquote, Netflix and chill suitability, acting quality, and cheesiness, satisfaction of episodes, and series endings. You're very highly qualified for this.
Yeah.
Job.
Where do I got to go to apply?
All right, it's almost here. Reading to the end here. The person will also rate the pizzas they sample for appearance and color, base, texture, and taste, topping, ingredient quality, flavor, cheesy gooiness, and value for money. The professional binge watcher will be paid $500 for completing the task. Interested Netflix fans are being asked to apply on Bonus Finder's website. So you have to go to Bonus Finder's website and register to become a professional binge watcher and pizza eater.
Okay.
Now,
I have one question.
Yes.
Do I have to pay for my pizza, or are they going to purchase the pizza for me?
No, I think that it doesn't say specifically, but I get the impression that you do not have to pay for the pizza.
Then I'm all in.
See? And, what a thing to be able to put on your resume.
Now I'm at the website now. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Got it?
I hope the deadline hasn't passed.
Well, this article just came out on the 12th. So that was 3 days ago. And I think, if they're asking for references, I will give you a reference.
Ooh, one of the series they wanted you to watch was The Queen's Gambit.
There you go. You've already watched it,
And
right?
Ozark. I've seen that one.
There you go. You're 2 for 2.
Yeah. And a third one's already in my queue.
Awesome. So, see, you're already ahead of the game.
I'm gonna have to submit. During our next break. I'm gonna submit my entry.
All right. Well, let's do that. Well, get a snack first, then come back and fill out the application while we listen to Falco Rock Me on the Dance.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. I think we got a bad file.
Why?
All I'm hearing is static. Is this that one that was really bad? Oh, here we go. Holy crap. I gotta tell Guapo to replace this.
Oh man, this is terrible.
Well, wait 20 seconds.
All right, so we're going to have to do this here.
What are they asking you for?
Your basics, name, email address, and where do you live? And then the last question, there's only 4 questions. Okay. The last question is, why should you become our professional binge watcher? All right, so we got to put this together.
You know what your answer should be? Because I got what it takes.
All right.
That's all they need to know. I got what it takes.
So just leave it at that, because I got what it takes.
Yeah.
No, don't expand anymore.
Well, I mean, that's up to you, but that's probably how I would fill it out.
I was thinking, because I got what it takes: a sofa, an appetite, and lazy.
I got a remote, a Netflix account. I have a comfy sofa and plates on which to eat the pizza. Plenty of napkins. I'm not allergic to cheese.
I'm just going to leave it at that. Because I got what it takes: a remote, Netflix account, comfy sofa, and plenty of napkins for the pizza.
There you go. All right. Keep us informed.
Oh, there was an error trying to send your message. Please try again later.
What? Oh, you don't see what happened.
Oh, I just did. They got it now.
I was going to say, because I read the story, now everybody's flocking and locked up the website.
All right. So I've submitted my application. So I'll keep everybody apprised if I get the job.
All right, cool.
Might have to do a special broadcast from the sofa, eating
All
my
right,
pizza,
yeah.
watching Netflix.
I wonder how many pizza joints do you have in your area?
We've got every one of them.
You have like the chains, but do you have any local ones?
Yeah, we got some local ones too.
Okay. Yeah, where I grew up, we had three local pizza joints within walking distance. One of them was literally a block away from our house.
None of
So,
them. I mean, there's one that's kind of in walking distance. It's like a mile walk, but
well,
other
this one we would call them up, place the order. Usually, you'd get a pizza and like a 2-liter bottle of soda, and then just walk over there, pick up the pizza, walk it home, go in there. It smelled real good. I was thinking about that yesterday. Wasn't there a Seinfeld episode where Kramer had the guy put his coat in the pizza oven?
there probably was.
I like smelling like a pizza oven when I come home.
You like
Go to a
smelling?
good pizza joint.
Well, there should be one of those air fresheners for your car that's just pizza.
There should be a mask like the bacon mask.
Yeah.
That smells like a pizza oven.
There you go.
How's your bacon mask holding up?
Not smelling like bacon a whole lot.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's kind of worn out?
It's kind of worn out.
Yeah. Well, they should have like some spray that you can buy to
Spray.
to refurbish the mask. Or just get a piece of bacon and put it in there.
Rejuvenize the mask.
And then the stray dogs will be attacking you while you're out walking to get your pizza. I think that might disqualify you from the pizza binge watching job if you actually say, "Oh, I'm going to get some exercise and walk to get my pizza." I think that would disqualify you. Hungry like a wolf. Guapo offered me some of his pizza. He's cooking up a frozen deep dish pizza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hungry like the wolf. I made a scientific discovery today, or early in the week. I'm anxious to share. Oh, here he is. I'm not hungry yet, but maybe later. Thanks. I just mentioned that you had offered up a piece of pizza. Kodak, this camera. Are you hearing this commercial yet?
Just now I am.
For the Kodak disc camera?
The Kodak disc camera. Yeah, I was trying to see if I got an email yet from they should get mine and just say there's no reason to interview anybody else. Let's just take this guy.
Twix. Gnarly Grooves, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Sunday with Big Lynn.
Big Lynn.
Don't miss it. All right. Can I do my scientific discovery?
Sure.
It's time for Turd scientific discoveries. All right. So I've been spending lots of time lately with ducks and geese and coots. And I don't know if they're old coots or young coots, but they're kind of cool to watch. So I've my dentist's office and another doctor's office is over by Memorial Park. So to kill two birds with one stone, no pun intended.
I was gonna say, so you're spending time killing birds?
No, not killing birds, photographing them. So I'll go with my camera to Memorial Park at Prospect Lake and photograph the ducks and the coots. So yes, when was that? Yeah, yesterday. The coots were doing a really good job of catching fish. They're catching like these little shad, and it was pretty cool. One of them caught a shad and then dropped it, and then this other coot stole it from him.
What a thief!
And they started chasing each other. So anyway, it was the other day that I was standing there watching the ducks and the geese and the coots, and some dude came walking by on the trail, blasting some hardcore rap music, and every single duck and goose just flew away. So I learned that day that waterfowl in general, they do not like rap music. Yeah, so interesting.
So that you think that's a scientific discovery?
Definitely a scientific discovery. So
you think it's not because maybe the music the loud noise just scared them away?
No, it was the person singing loudly, and so I think what I can do is to follow up on this and like have somebody walking by playing like Crosby, Stills and Nash or Cat Stevens or something, and at the same volume, and then see if the ducks respond the same way.
Well, let's say maybe you have somebody come by playing Barry Manilow.
Yeah,
then you up it a notch.
Up it a notch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you work your way up to, like AC/DC.
Uh-huh.
And then you go into another genre and you go into rap.
Yeah.
And see what genre maybe the ducks like.
What they like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meaning what genre do the ducks stick around with, and what genre calls them to fly away?
Yeah, well, so far the rap music they don't like. So you can check that one off.
So you mentioned some dude. Whatever happened to your letter that you got from the Jehovah's Witnesses, and you replied about dudism?
Oh, I didn't send it.
Oh, you never sent it?
Yeah, I was so occupied with other things this week that I didn't send it. So, but thanks for the reminder. I'll try to put it in the mail tomorrow, and then see what happens. So, but it's right here. It's on my clipboard. I didn't see. I didn't go into my box full of goodies for the show until last night when I remembered that I had Twizzlers. See, that's how my week has been. I've been so preoccupied with other things that I even forgot that I had a fresh bag of Twizzlers from Big Lynn. So
well, you ought to send a letter to him postage due.
Postage due. Maybe I should send it registered letters.
So they have to sign for it. Yeah.
Would you like signature confirmation on this, sir?
Why, yes, I would. Thank you for asking.
Yes. Tracking number and
yes, I want to know when they get it, and I want to see them sign for it.
Yes, I would like to introduce you to the dudism. The Book of Dude.
The Book of Dude.
The Day of the Dude. The Day of the Dude. We should, I think that they said it was in March, the Day of the Dude. So we should try to think of some special show to do.
Oh, we need to start planning for it.
Day of the Dude. We also, Valentine's Day is coming up, and we have to try to plan for that too. That's one of the reasons that I.
Well, are we going to do a true Valentine's show, or are we going to do an anti-love show?
I am open to either, and I have on my previous show I did an anti-Valentine's Day show once, and it was I don't know how well received it was because nobody ever said anything to me about it. So kind of like us, kind of like this show, but it's cool that we had somebody ask earlier if they could watch other episodes, past episodes. So, oh, and speaking of past episodes, I also made another discovery that there's this TV channel called Me TV, Me TV.
You're just discovering it now?
Oh, I knew about it, but I didn't realize that it's channel 11.2 here in Colorado Springs.
Check local listings for time and channel in your area.
Yes. So they have all these great old shows like Happy Days and Hogan's Heroes and the Flintstones. And the other day I watched an episode of Happy Days where Joni went out on her first date with Fonzie's nephew, Spike. And Joni got her first talk from Mrs. C. And then, I was watching some of the Flintstones yesterday, and it was I think it was the first episode where Kazoo was introduced, the little green Martian guy. And because I didn't catch the whole thing, I just caught the end. And so Fred and Barney were angry with Kazoo because he bailed on them. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. And in Kazoo's defense, he said, and I quote, "I'm not dependable, and I'm a bit of a kook." So I think that just sums up kind of this show.
Well, I thought you were going to say that sums up us.
Well,
we're not dependable and we're a bit of kooks.
Right. Yeah. So I think that we have found a connection with Kazoo. So today I watched almost 2 episodes of Adam 12. And there's lots of cool stuff on there. So I'm going to be tuning in.
So you're going to be binge watching on Me TV.
Yeah. I was telling you, I've been disappointed with Netflix lately because they don't have a whole lot of TV shows anymore, like old TV shows. So now I'm going to get my fix. I haven't watched Happy Days in I don't know how long. And, when I was a kid, when Happy Days was actually on, my parents would not let me watch it.
Why not?
Because they thought there was too much sex in there.
Really?
Yeah, because they talked about going to Inspiration Point and watching the submarine races and making out, necking, So I think it was in 5th or 6th grade when it was on. And, I'd go to school and all the kids would be talking about, "Oh, did you watch Happy Days?" And I couldn't be part of the conversation because my parents wouldn't let me watch it.
So did you watch Love Boat and Fantasy Island on Saturday nights?
Yeah. Yeah. We also watched Lawrence Welk.
Yep. Hee Haw.
Hee Haw and Carol Burnett.
Oh, yeah. My parents watched Carol Burnett and Hee Haw all the time.
Carol Burnett, yep. So,
and my parents watched the Sonny and Cher show.
Oh, yeah. Sonny and Cher. And Laugh-In.
They didn't watch Laugh-In too much. I don't remember them watching Laugh-In.
What was Artie? What's his name? What did he used to say when he? Oh, interesting but stupid. It kind of describes the show too.
And the Vicki Lawrence show, they watched that.
Vicki Lawrence, yeah, good stuff. I'm going to be watching channel 11.2. I think they also have
local listings.
Sven Gulli on the weekends. So Sven Gulli is from Chicago.
So you're not going to watch any football this weekend?
Oh, I'll watch football this weekend, but I can't get Channel 5. I can't get Channel 5. I don't know what's happening, but I even bought a stronger antenna, and it didn't fix the problem. I cannot get anything on Channel 5. So if I want to watch a football game on NBC, I have to do it on my phone.
I don't think there's any more games on NBC. I think the rest this weekend are on CBS and Fox.
Are there games tomorrow and Sunday, or just Sunday?
No, there's games tomorrow and Sunday.
See, I've been so out of touch with everything this week that I don't even know who's playing who this weekend. New Orleans plays LA, is that right?
I stand corrected. There is one game on NBC Saturday night.
Okay.
You have the Rams and Green Bay.
Oh, Rams and Green Bay.
Yeah, Baltimore and Buffalo on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday, you have the Browns and the Chiefs, and you have Tampa Bay and New Orleans, the late game Sunday afternoon.
Okay, I'm predicting it's gonna be the Browns and Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, you want to put some money on that?
I thought you were a betting man.
I'll bet you on that one.
Want to bet a quarter like my best friend and I used to do when we watched Monday Night Football?
Sure, I'll bet you a quarter.
I bet a quarter. Witness. So yeah, every week my best friend and I would bet a quarter on the Monday night game, and he always won. I don't know what it was. He always won, and I guess I was just bad at picking.
So are we betting a quarter that it's a Brown Tampa Bay Super Bowl, or what are we betting here?
We're betting a Browns Tampa Bay Super Bowl.
So when one of those teams is eliminated this weekend, you guys send me a quarter.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I'll write you a check.
Venmo it to me.
So somebody did that to me once. They wrote me a check for 25 cents.
And that was back in the day when you actually had to go to the bank to deposit the check or cash it.
Yeah, and yesterday I had to drop off some files to be printed for my project. And the mayor actually wanted an 8x10 of one of my photos from New Year's Eve.
So did you charge him?
Well, I asked the guy, I said, can you do an 8x10 for me? He's like, yeah. I said, how much? 15 cents. I said, I can't even remember the last time I paid 15 cents for something. Because even they raised the rate on the meters, on the parking meters.
Right.
So now it's $1.50. I didn't know that until I went over to the city admin building, and I put a quarter in the meter, and it said 10 minutes. I'm like, oh. But yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know if there's any issues in the mayor accepting gifts. But I don't mind footing the bill on this one. And he's like, yeah, we can accept, up to so much. And I'm like, no, hopefully the mayor won't get in trouble for 15 cents.
I'm going to call the Gazette. I'm going to call them out. The mayor's accepting bribes.
All right, well, let's get back to some music. It's Wang Chung, Dance Hall Days, Gnarly Dudes Show. Because he, when I asked him about making that print, it was by email, and he responded, and he said 8x10 is 0.15. And then when I saw him yesterday, I'm like, was that a typo? Were you serious? 15 cents?
Was the decimal point supposed to go before the 1 or after the 5?
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm having trouble here. See, that's what happens when I put my headphone cable on the right side of my head. Then I trip over it.
Oh, sure. Blame it on.
We're gonna blame the computer problems on Big Len today.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, because the browser was closed, and the camera wouldn't work,
Yeah, it's all Big Len's fault.
and your slider was down again.
All right, so we're going to do my movie review.
Let's see.
Because it's almost 9 o'clock, 8
yeah.
o'clock.
Let's see. This song is 2 minutes. Pat Benatar is lined up next at 3 minutes. We can come back on and do the station ID and then your movie review.
Station ID, talk about Pat Benatar and
yeah. Oh, damn it. All right, I got to do something about this. And I messed up my hair in the process. So, so we were supposed to meet with communications people from the city this week about the sesquicentennial stuff.
yes,
and they couldn't be there because the mayor had the press conference that day about Space Command. So, but soon.
What was the conference about Space Command for?
Oh, because they announced that Space Command is going to be moved to Alabama.
Oh, Alabama was officially picked?
Yeah. And so, yeah, people were not happy, and you know, they're hoping that they can change some minds and keep it here because logically it makes sense to keep it here because all the stuff is here.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas if it goes to Alabama, they got to build all new stuff. So it's just, oops. Oh, Pat Benatar. So they're hoping that things will change. So we're still under contract for 5 more years for it to stay here. That's what they said. But after that, it's supposed to move. Because I was, we had a sesquicentennial meeting that day, and people said, "Oh, because of what's going on at 2 o'clock," and I was like, "What's going on at 2 o'clock?" So I just, yeah, the mayor and the director of the chamber were both there for the press conference to make that announcement. And it's, what did they say? I think they said it was 1,200 or 1,400 jobs, military jobs, plus all of the potential support companies that would be lost. So, yeah, people were not
So it could
happy.
be a big blow to the economy.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So, the mayor said that in his tenure, he would consider this the biggest blow to our economy since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they're hoping they can change some minds.
Did they say why Alabama was chosen? What was the?
Well, they suspect that it was a political thing, that it was somebody doing favors because it was
Well,
the
maybe
president.
Colorado shouldn't be so blue.
That it was the president that made the decision, and that they feel it was political move. Take a little piece of my heart. Gotta refer to the checklist. 15 seconds. Twix. Pat Benatar. Fire and Ice.
It was Pat's birthday earlier this week.
How old is Pat?
I don't know. You don't ask a lady how old they are. Come on, Mike.
No, I'm asking you how old they are.
Yeah, but I'm not going to ask her.
Well, you could look it up.
I could.
You could, but you're preparing for your new job.
That's
being
right.
Lazy and eating pizza.
That's right.
So
they better pick me. Pat Benatar is 68 years old. Her birthday was January 10th.
All right, cool. So if they don't pick you, are you going to go and picket the company? You're going to stand outside with a big sign say unfair hiring practices.
That's right. That's right.
You go there.
I'm never going to place any wagers with that company anymore.
You're going to go there with a pizza box strapped to your neck. And
no, I'm just they're a wagering company, so I'm never going to place any wagers with them.
You just place the wager with me.
Yeah, but you're not that wagering company. All right, it's 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone. KFEZ 101.3 FM, Walsenburg, Pueblo, Colorado Springs. You're listening to Gnarly 101.3 FM.
It's the Gnarly Dudes Show.
It's the Gnarly Dudes Show.
You know how like NBC has those tones that they play.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, maybe I should figure out how to play the ukulele and play 3 notes at the top of the hour.
At the top of the hour ID.
Actually, it would probably have to be more like 4 or 5 notes so that we don't have any copyright infringement type of.
As long as you don't pick the same 3 notes as NBC.
Yeah, not the same 3 notes. I'm still coughing from having inhaled that water earlier.
Well, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Time for Tim's movie review.
Tim's movie review. I see that you have not worked on the
theme song. Yeah, I know. It's been one of them weeks.
Yeah, I know.
So this week, or last weekend, I watched the movie The War with Grandpa.
Oh, you mentioned that last week.
Yep, I rented it, starring Robert De Niro, Uma Thurman, Christopher Walken, Jane Seymour, Rob Riggle, Cheech Martin.
Cheech.
Yes. It was a very funny movie.
It was very funny.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And how did you rent it?
I rented it off of Fandango Now.
Fandango Now?
Yeah, Fandango Now.
Is that's a website, or you have to? That's a streaming service.
It's a site where you can rent movies. You can rent movies to stream.
Okay. All right. And at any point, were you crying from laughing so hard?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. At any point, did you lose your breath while you were laughing?
No, I didn't lose my breath, but I was crying.
You were crying?
I was crying.
Okay.
It's basically it's a movie about Robert De Niro's the grandfather, and he has to move in with his daughter, and so the family had to kick their son out of his room and move him up into the attic.
Like Greg Brady.
Yes. And so the son was very upset that he lost his room and he has to sleep in the attic. so he declared war on his grandfather.
Nice.
And so the most of the movie is them going to war against each other and pulling pranks on each other.
Okay. So is it kind of like a Home Alone thing where they're like, doing terrible things to each other? Like,
yeah, kind of.
Kevin did the things to the burglars.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. I mean, one of the things is the kid had spent all this time developing this, I guess, like in Minecraft, this world on his computer game.
Mm-hmm.
He must have spent several years on it. The impression you were given, and the grandfather goes in and destroys the world that this kid created and all his hard work he put into it.
Does he destroy it like Godzilla?
No, he had it just destroyed by like medieval times where it was knocked down by ramparts and everything.
I worked with a guy who thought that Godzilla was pronounced Godzilla.
Godzilla.
So, all right. Well, that sounds like a good pick.
It was a 2 thumbs up. I would encourage you to go see it.
Really? Okay. All right. Sounds good. I read today that Kevin James has a new comedy that's coming to Netflix.
He does?
I like Kevin James. He's pretty funny. I loved King of Queens. I used some of his lines on kids when I was a substitute teacher. Like the one girl who kept talking while the rest of the class was taking a test, and I told her to take a one-way trip to Shuttytown. Because you can't tell kids to shut up. That's a bad word.
Oh, you're right. He's got a movie coming out on February 15th on Netflix. It's a NASCAR comedy series called The Crew.
Well, that's right. What is he, the crew chief or something, or the owner of the car or something? Or
he's a NASCAR crew chief for the fictional Bobby Spencer racing team.
Cool. All right, look forward to that. I heard
the day after the Daytona 500.
I heard the other day that Netflix said they're going to release one new movie a week this year.
Yep, I heard that too.
All right.
See, cool. That's why I need to get ready for my new binge watching job with Netflix.
Yeah. I still haven't watched Deadpool 2. Still sitting there in the envelope. That's what I hate that I do this with the DVD service, that I get these DVDs and then they just sit around. I either forget that I have them, or I just like, I don't want to watch that now.
I can't believe you're still doing the DVD service.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut it down and maybe get Hulu or something in addition to my Netflix. But anywho, all right, At War with Grandpa. Sounds good.
And I'll have another one for you next week.
Okay. All right.
And maybe I'll have a theme song. Don't count on it, though.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah, don't count on it.
All right. Well, let's see what's up next here. It's the Eurythmics, followed by the Violent Femmes on the Gnarly Dudes show. I'll bet Robert De Niro was really good in that movie.
He was. The only thing I was really thinking is they should have had Joe Pesci in there with De Niro.
Yeah, I told you I went Joe Pesci on someone's ass a few months ago. The people from my mortgage company that are causing me more problems. I really went off on this guy. And he just very calmly said, "Sir, if you don't stop cursing, I'm going to have to hang up." didn't take me very long to find this week's Dateable or Undateable.
That's kind of scary if it didn't take you long.
Seriously, it took me about 2 minutes. And then I kept searching after that, thinking I might find something better. And I was like, no, this is it.
The creme de la creme for the week.
And I'm not sure that's the term I would use. I need a man. Let's see. Anybody out there on?
There's nobody out
Facebook?
there.
There's nobody out there.
Nobody watching us.
All right, you know how a couple weeks ago we were talking about like when you were a kid and you got a pair of new gym shoes that made you run faster.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think about, we were talking about what that equivalent was like for an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You thought it was technology. And then a couple of weeks ago, I bought myself some new socks. And that might be the equivalent. New socks.
New socks? No way.
Yeah, I had a little extra spring in my step wearing some new socks. But yesterday, our friend Jerry Cordova,
yeah,
from the band Spur, posted a picture of this beautiful new guitar that he has.
Yeah.
And I said, Jerry, is getting a beautiful new guitar like getting a brand new pair of sneakers when you're a kid? It makes you play better when you have a beautiful new guitar? And he said, yes, that's exactly right.
I would believe that. A guitar, yes, or an instrument, but I don't believe socks.
Well, just go out and buy some new socks and tell me how you feel.
I did about a month ago, and it didn't change my walk at all.
Well, it changed mine. Changed my life. Changed my life getting new socks. Should we, too late. I was going to say, should we come on after this song? But Violent Femmes is not a very long song.
We don't even have Chris watching tonight.
What? Maybe that was her New Year's resolution. Waste less time watching the Gnarly Dudes.
Waste less time watching the Gnarly Dudes. I'll have to ask her that. Hey, Chris, I think your New Year's resolution was to waste less time watching us. Can you confirm this?
She's at the end. She is started to cry. Mr. and the Sun. They released a new album. Was it last year or the year before? Violent Femmes.
George Thorogood released a live album.
When?
Earlier this year or late last year.
Well, he released a solo album. Was that last year? Year before? It was just him. Most of it was songs that he had already recorded with the Destroyers. This This is always a good party song in college. Wow. Ten seconds, Twix.
Thanks.
It's the Gnarly Dudes show. That was the Violent Femmes, Blister in the Sun.
Great song.
I got a little sunshine watching the ducks and the coots and the geese. It's kind of nice. It's been kind of nice this week. Well, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, Dateable or Undateable.
Oh, you're doing the second verse. Tell me you're going to do the second verse.
All right. Gotta get the kazoo.
I thought you were going to do the whole segment with the kazoo in your mouth.
Do you want me to?
No.
No? All right. Okay. Are we ready? I got my finger on the buzzer there, anticipating that we're going to need it. Like, per usual, as the kids say. All right, so this person is an Aries. Did you pay attention to zodiac signs?
No, because I don't even know what month an Aries falls in.
Yeah, I don't know either, so I don't care.
I just know Cancer because that's me, but beyond that, I couldn't tell you.
And Cancer, too. She's curvy. Attended college.
So, wait. Attended college. So that means she just, went to some parties there and that was it?
That means that she went to college at some point and did not graduate. So I don't know if that means that she just dropped out or if she got expelled, or doesn't allow the person to expand on that.
I think it just means she just went to some parties and that was on campus.
Could be. Yeah, she pretended she was a sorority girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tried else. Well, what is that? If you've tried everything else, tried else. She's 5'3", never married. She is a Catholic. That's one of my favorite lines from the Blues Brothers when the Illinois Nazis discover Elwood's information, and the one guy goes to Henry Gibson and he says, giving him all this info, and he says, and he's a Catholic. She is Latino/Hispanic. Has children at home. That's a plus for you. And does not smoke. All right, brace yourself. Don't hit me up with no picture, or if you're she spelled your wrong, or if you're a Trump supporter or over 50 years old.
Well, eliminates you.
She's being very demanding. Yeah, she actually viewed my profile after I viewed hers. So why would she even bother if my age is listed as being over 50? And right away during the first sentence, we could figure out why she didn't finish college. Am independent, have money, self-employed, have awesome, strong, growing business. Need a real man who has the same. I'm 43 years old. That was one sentence.
You lost me on that sentence.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Am independent, have money.
She is independent.
She is independent.
Okay.
She's describing herself. Have money, self-employed, have a awesome, strong, growing business, Need a real man who has the same. I'm 43 years old.
No wonder she didn't finish college. She couldn't even write a good sentence.
She didn't learn nothing.
Yeah. She wasn't educated.
Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies could probably write a better sentence than her.
I agree.
She's probably better at gazintas too. And ciphering. And wants younger or my age, willing to go couple year older. I read that sentence exactly how it's spelled.
How does she have a successful business if she can't even write sentences?
Maybe she's a Twizzler supplier. Don't need to be too smart. No offense to Len. But,
No offense to Len.
Don't need to be too smart to get people hooked on Twizzlers.
That's true.
Don't send me blank pictures. You will be blocked, and don't come at me messed up.
So don't come at her drunk or what?
I don't know. Don't come at me messed up. There's no clarification there either. Not what I want. She would put a space after the period. You need come at me with respect, or don't come at me.
RESPECT. Find out what it means to her.
Don't come at me. Been on this site for a few months, not a few months, and haven't been on one date.
Well, no wonder.
Yeah, I think we know why. The one man get me out on date with be special. What? I got to read that again.
Yeah, I didn't understand that sentence.
This is exactly how it's written. The one man get me out on date with be special. 3 exclamation points.
So is English her first language?
I don't know. Obviously, she did set out to be an English major in college.
Or maybe that's why she left college.
Maybe. She describes her perfect match thusly. Independent man, know what he wants and willing to have fun. Life is too short. And of course, she spelled too wrong. All right. Here's her ideal date.
Uh-oh.
I want a fine ass, respectable man. I think that describes me.
Yep, to a T.
Knows how to treat a lady. You will never control me and mistreat me. So someone who know how to value me. That's it.
Yeah, that's a buzz.
I gotta give 3 buzzes. I was not paying attention to the buzzer because I was so enamored by this profile.
Yeah, that was a buzz. She was a buzzkill just because she couldn't write.
Yeah, I'm spent. That took a lot out of me. I mean
the best line was you have to be a fine ass guy.
Yeah, a fine ass man.
Fine ass man.
Yeah, don't forget she said man. So fine ass man. maybe we should rename the show The Fine Ass Men. And maybe we'll get more listeners.
Maybe.
Fine Ass Men. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, maybe we need to do some what is it called? Oh shoot. Focus groups.
Focus groups, yeah.
Yeah, have some focus groups to test out the new name.
Okay, all right. I'm in for that. So yeah, no question why she hasn't been asked out on a date. I mean, it's pretty obvious to us.
It's more than obvious.
She needs a fine ass stupid man to read that that profile, because only someone who
So
who
you mentioned that she checked your profile out. So did she send you a message or anything? Like,
oh
are
no,
you a
no,
fine ass man?
you just get a little notification that somebody viewed you, and then you could look to see who it was. And then I've even seen women's profiles say that stop messaging me claiming that I viewed your profile when I didn't. So it's just another ploy from the dating website to make you think that somebody's interested, putting up fake notices that somebody viewed your profile.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Um, so yeah, no surprise that the streak continues, and we're going to continue after a couple of ads with some Joe Cocker. So, Gnarly Dudes Show. So I think when I went searching the other night, this was the second profile I came to, and I was like, okay. I did try to find something better, but I just kept saying, no, I think I found it.
She's the one.
She's the one.
She's the one for Mike. He's one fine ass guy.
Fine ass man.
Fine ass man, sorry.
Remember, we were doing a group picture at my high school reunion, my 30th high school reunion. And I said, okay, no ass grabbing. And one of my friends, she said, but you don't have an ass. And I was about to say, yes, I do. You want to see it? But since we were at a respectable place,
You
I
held
contained,
back.
I contained myself and my ass.
You contained yourself in your ass. I had a big old post waiting for you if you were going to cancel the show on New Year's Day.
You had a what ready?
A post ready to have to post up on Facebook if you were
Yeah,
going to cancel the show New Year's Day.
yeah.
I was going to post that Mike was too cold. He froze his ass off on Pikes Peak. So if anybody goes up at Pikes Peak and you find an ass laying around, it's probably Mike's.
Yeah. It was a balmy 13 degrees on the summit and no winds. It felt really good.
So you didn't freeze your ass off.
No,
You still have
I was sweating my ass off whenever I would go into the summit house because it was so hot in there. I had like 12 layers of clothes on, and I couldn't stay in there very long. I'm like, somebody somebody apologized. Somebody who actually made the entire hike that day apologized to me for not being sociable. I'm like, dude, you were like half dead. So, I not no apology necessary. I said, plus I couldn't stay in the building. I had, so many layers of clothes on, and I didn't want to be like drenched in sweat and then go outside and then cause further problems. So yeah, I like yeah, it was, and then there were a couple guys that, adamant guys have gotten to know me the last couple of years, and there were a couple guys that were being really friendly and they wanted to talk to me, and I'm just kind of like, man, I got to get out of here. I got to get outside. It's too hot. But the mayor, did not have near the amount of layers I had. And, so I was like, I was actually concerned. I'm like, really, you're gonna go? But he only spent a little bit of time outside. He had to push the button. He had to push the button for the to set off the fireworks at 9 o'clock. Oh, the timing got thrown off. So the next song that's gonna play is the one that I had planned to play after Dateable or Undateable.
Okay.
And it's by a group called the Jazz Butcher.
I have not heard of that.
And the song is called Girlfriend. And it's a good song. My friends in high school had the band that I talked about last week. Mm-hmm. They used to play a Jazz Butcher song called The Jazz Butcher vs. the Prime Minister. And actually, their version was better than the one on the album. But I been listening to some of their stuff this week, and I liked the song, so I had El Guapo get it for me today. So it'll
need to
be
get El Guapo to get some Zebra.
Zebra.
And Art of Noise. He still has not gotten Art of Noise.
Oh, he hasn't? We have to text him. He has a computer in the office set up to get songs.
Well, you just go on that computer yourself and just download Art of Noise and Zebra.
Art of Noise and Zebra? Yeah. Well, he showed me how he does it, so I can do that. We could actually, you can do it at home too. I'll tell you how after we sign off.
Well, you can send it to me in the private chat.
I don't want to. I want to reveal any trade secrets to. Well, nobody's watching, so.
No.
But it will be recorded.
Yeah, so. It will be recorded. Somebody may watch later.
All right. Well, Jazz Butcher's coming up. Yeah, when when I came in today, he says, "You guys find the weirdest stuff. I've never heard of these guys." It's a good song.
I still have Joe Cocker playing.
Heard it yet?
Yep.
It's a bouncy kind of tune.
The opener is pretty good. I like the opening instrumental part.
I'm trying to think of who it sounds like. You know, it almost kind of sounds like early Cure or maybe even REM.
Yeah, I could see Cure.
So I think this is about him dating his best friend's girlfriend.
You think? You think that's what it's about?
I looked up the lyrics and have subsequently forgotten about them, but yeah, I think it's what it's about. See, he says, "You're someone else's girlfriend too." My best friend's girlfriend. Oh yeah, there's the line. My best friend's girlfriend.
Who are these people? Jazz Butcher?
The Jazz Butcher. It only brings me down. I don't know why they didn't play this song. Is that one of my pictures back there?
No, it's not one of yours. Sorry.
20 seconds.
Okay, there's the Jazz Butchers right there. The gift of music.
Twix. The Jazz Butcher and the Gnarly Dudes show. That was my new discovery this week. What do you think?
Not bad. Actually, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Kind of a catchy, bouncy, song about dating your best friend's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that she's someone else's girlfriend too.
Yes.
So I meant to play that after Dateable or Undateable. So just adjust your brain and pretend that we just did Dateable or Undateable.
Adjust your listening thoughts.
And then it will make more sense. So, should we do another news story?
Oh, why not?
All right. I did find some good ones today. Oh, here we go. We have talked before, more than once, about Gene Simmons' house being for sale.
Yeah, you won't buy it.
And I objected to it.
Yeah.
Because the thought of Gene Simmons taking a dump in that house just, really does not sit well with me.
And I keep saying, how's that different from buying anybody else's house that they took dumps in?
It's just because it's Gene Simmons.
So you're discriminating against Gene Simmons turds.
Yeah, because I feel like he's probably the kind of guy that can really smell up a bathroom. And there's probably something permanent left.
He could have turds that smell like lavender.
I doubt it. All right, so I want to know how
you envision that his turds smell like.
Oh, you don't want to know. They're so bad that there's something permanently etched into the walls of that bathroom.
So you're saying that the rank from the turds are absorbed by the walls.
Yeah.
And they release the smell every so often.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, when you talk about houses being haunted, how there's like a residual energy, and that some hauntings are this residual energy that's left, and it replays over and over. So yeah, that's what I think is going on in any of Gene Simmons' bathrooms.
Oh man!
All right, I want to know how this strikes you.
Well,
Okay.
you should contact like Ace Frehley or Peter Chris or the other members of Kiss, and just say, hey, we've been talking about Gene on the show here, and we want to know how bad does his turd smell?
Yeah, I don't know if we really want to know. You know, I don't know if that's information that we really need.
Tell him there's a quarter writing on it.
There's a quarter writing on it.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? A new bet now?
Yeah, new bet.
A new bet. A new bet as to what Gene Simmons turds smell like.
Yeah, how rank they are.
Oh, well, I want to know how this strikes you.
Okay.
If you would have any objections to purchasing this house. Lizzie Borden house for sale for $2 million.
I saw that.
Massachusetts Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast Museum, the site of an infamous 1892 double murder, is being listed for sale with an asking price of $2 million. I think that's cheaper than Gene Simmons' house.
Yeah, it was.
The Fall River House, which operates as a bed and breakfast. I mean, who wants to stay there as a bed and breakfast? With 6 bedrooms as well as a museum with guided tours, is currently being listed online for $2 million. The house is the site of the August 4th, 1892 hatchet murders of Andrew and Abby Borden. Andrew Borden's daughter Lizzie was put on trial for the murders but was acquitted. The case remains unsolved. The listing states the current owner is selling due to retirements. Yeah, not because of hauntings and bad juju. The sale includes the business, trademarks, and intellectual rights. Suzanne St. John, a real estate agent for Century 21 Seaboth, said, thus far, interested buyers have indicated they will keep the property operating as a bed and breakfast. This is an incredible moneymaker, St. John told WJAR TV. It's one of the top tourist attractions in New England. Most lucrative are the tours, and then the bed and breakfast, of course, which is a destination point for lots of travelers. So what do you think? Would you have any objections to buying a house where hatchet murders took place?
That particular one, no, because it's a moneymaker.
As long as you didn't have to live in it?
Well, I don't think Lizzie Borden's going to come back and hatchet me to death.
She could.
It's no different than staying at the Stanley Hotel. That's allegedly haunted.
Yeah, haunted, but I don't think there's any murders that took place there.
How do you know?
Well, I don't remember ever hearing any stories of that, but Lizzie Borden's ghost could come back and hatchet you to death, or there could be copycat killers that will come and do that. So, those things do happen.
Well, yeah, there's copycat murderers. But if I'm going to buy somebody's house that's an axe murderer, I'd buy Lizzie Borden's because hers was famous.
Yeah.
You can make money, like we said earlier. If it's the guy down the street, he's not famous, so his house isn't going to make me money, so I don't want to buy his house.
So you'll only buy a hatchet murder house if it's going to make you money.
Oh, yeah.
So, what
I'm
about
in it for the money?
What about the bed and breakfast? Would you
That's making money.
Would you have themed food items? Back to talking about food.
Yeah, Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys, hatchet sandwiches.
That's right.
I'll have a hatchet sandwich and some ice pick French fries.
Yeah, it's all themed out.
Yeah. All right. Well, gonna put your
But
bid
I only
in.
have 1.9 million. I don't have the full 2.
Really? Well, maybe you can get the rest financed. I'm sure if you put 1.9 million down, won't be a problem. Just financing the other 100,000.
It could be. The bank might think, well, that's an axe murder house. That's kind of a high risk loan there.
Yeah, a high risk loan because there was an axe murder.
Yeah,
More than 120 years ago.
that's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think you should change banks. Oh, I want to hear some more music. Hey, we're into the section that's all J's. So
And we're running out of time.
We heard Joe Cocker, then we heard Jazz Butcher, and we've got Journey and John Mellencamp coming up. Want to hear them?
If I say no, what are you going to do?
Push the button.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It doesn't matter what I say.
It's Journey on the Gnarly Dudes Show. Loving, touching,
squeezing. Don't squeeze me.
Excuse me? Excuse me, bacon powder?
Journey.
You make me weak.
Squeezy.
Brings back memories of 8th grade dance, grade school.
Trying to cop a feel.
Grade school skating parties.
You laughed, so you knew what I was talking about.
Trying to cop a feel. I told the story about how this reminds me of the 8th grade dance or was it 7th grade dance and my quote unquote girlfriend. We were dancing and then suddenly she ran into the bathroom and then all the other girls ran into the bathroom.
And you never saw the girl again.
Now I'm like, what did I do? What did I do?
You were trying to cop a feel.
I wasn't. It turned out that she got her period for the first time, and it ran down her leg, and she realized that was happening, and that's why she ran into the bathroom.
She didn't want you to see it.
She was embarrassed, and I didn't know what was happening, and like I didn't, it's a good thing I didn't do anything. It wasn't my fault. It had nothing to do with that happening.
Oh, yeah, it did. You were trying to cop.
And then she was upset. When she got out of the bathroom, she was upset. So we decided to go outside and we took a walk around the block for her to calm down. And then my mother got mad at me. She was a chaperone at the dance. My mother got mad at me because I left the building. So I still got in trouble for trying to be nice.
Uh-huh.
Na 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 na. Have you ever counted how many nanas are in the song?
No, but speaking of songs, I gotta look it up here before I tell you.
Na 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 na. This is one of the greatest nana songs. And Marcel recently posted a song or shared a song that had nanas in it, and I said it'll go down in history as one of the greatest nana songs. And speaking of Marcel, I asked her if she would, her and her dude would adopt me so I could move to Australia.
And her answer was?
She asked if I would adopt her. And I'm like, would you really want to move here?
Yeah, she want to rethink that.
And then I also asked my friend Penny in Edmonton if she would marry me so that I could move to Canada. And she said that she has gotten so many proposals lately that she could like start her own commune. I said, I'm in. I'm in. Sign me up.
Oh, what is the song?
Rudy Toot Toot.
Oh,
We
here it is.
usually
Do you ever really pay attention to the Eagles' "Take It to the Limit"?
take it to the limit.
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever really paid too much attention to any Eagles song.
The whole last half of the song, all they do is just keep saying, "Take it to the limit, take it to the limit, take it to the limit."
Yeah, so you're saying it didn't take them long to write that song.
No. They wasted 5 minutes of the song. I'm exaggerating, of course, but they wasted 5 minutes of the song with just take it to the limit, take
Just
it.
like that lady wasted 5 minutes of my time at the burger place today.
That's right. It's like Don Henley, Joel Walsh, and Glenn Fry couldn't think of anything good to write, so they just kept repeating "Take it to the limit."
All right, well, there's ads coming up after the song in a minute. Should we play the ads or should we should we talk it out till the end?
I would play the ads and then talk it out to the end.
All right. There's a Firebird ad and Add the Gap. What's Add the Gap? We usually reserve the song for farting stories.
We haven't had one in a while.
I have to look for him. Rudy Toot Toot. Like a ball through a hoop. Is that what you feel like sometimes? Like a ball through a hoop?
Sure. Ah, look at the sky.
Create a car that conquered the wind. Oh, the one police officer on Adam 12, he's got a really cool Camaro. Oh no, he's got a Mustang, convertible Mustang. There was somebody else. They found a car abandoned on the side of the road. It was a Camaro. It's really cool. Twix. I don't know where they found that woman with that voice to do the voiceover for that ad. It's kind of scary.
Sounds like she smoked several packs a day.
Sounds like she smokes cigars and gargles with razor blades. Oh, let's see. I have another news story if we want to read news, or you got something else? Do you know about you know about the ravens at the Tower of London?
Oh, you're talking about the one that disappeared and now they're just claiming it as missing?
Yeah, Merlina disappeared, and they fear that she may have died.
Well, quite possible.
Merlina was the name of one of the wolves that I knew at the wolf sanctuary. So, and so the legend is that if the what is it if they get down to less than 6 ravens, that the kingdom is doomed. So they keep spares. They keep spares in the back room.
They keep spares.
So they have some sort of breeding program that I read in this article. They have some sort of breeding program, and they've got like a spare raven in a cage somewhere.
We got a second stringer.
So they don't get below 6.
So what happens if they get below 6?
The kingdom is doomed. Yeah, the kingdom will fall apart.
Like it hasn't already?
Well, I don't know what's left. What's left in the English kingdom?
Well, they have all that turmoil through their bricks exit.
Well, I found another story that our friend Marcel, since she's our international news reporter, needs to follow up, and it's from her hometown.
Well, did she follow up on any of the previous ones?
No.
Well, have you talked to her about it?
Yeah, I docked her salary.
Yeah, obviously that's really changed.
So there's a pigeon that was found in Melbourne, Australia, that they thought came all the way from Oregon.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and they were going to kick the pigeon out.
Well, they were going to kill the pigeon because they felt it was
kick it out, kill it.
They felt it was a health risk, and it turns out that the band on the pigeon's leg was a forgery, and so they're trying to determine now whether or not the pigeon lives. So I want Marcel to check this out, check out the story, since it's right where she lives, and since she's an animal lover.
Well, did she check it out for you?
I haven't asked her yet.
Oh, you haven't asked her?
Yeah, because I just found the story yesterday. All right, and now my screen just got messed up, so I can't read it. Oh, now there's a picture of someone I really don't want to see. All right, I'm gonna have to close this if I can. I don't know what's happening with my phone.
This is making real good radio. You do realize?
I know. It's it's almost the end of the show, so
who cares?
If anybody's out there, I doubt if they're still
nobody's been listening the first hour and 55 minutes. Why should they listen to the last 5 minutes?
Yeah. Let me check my notes, see if I have anything else on here. What happened? I just got a
Siri was talking to me.
Who was?
Siri.
She said, "Try again."
Yeah.
What were you trying to do?
No, she was telling us to try again on the show.
Too late.
She said the first 2 hours sucked. Try again.
Oh, well.
I think it's time to put this one to bed.
I think it's time. We're going to leave you with one from Bruce Springsteen, "Working on the Highway." It's the Gnarly Dudes Show. Tune in again next week. Tim, is this when I hit the yellow button?
Yes, Mike.
See you next week.
Have a good weekend.